If you don't know how to recognize and deal with narcissists and sociopaths, you will get crushed. Welcome to this video. My name is James. You may recognize me as BCP here on YouTube, where I talk about news and current events. But on this channel, I'm talking about business because I am a multi-millionaire entrepreneur. I am the CEO and founder of my own holding company, which I started back in the year 2002. And I want to share with you, entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs, some of the important things you need to know when you go into business, especially in this episode, so that you don't get crushed. Now, look, folks, when it comes to the world of business, it's not about fairness, it's not about working hard, and it's not about talent. Or I should say, it's not just about those things. You're going to have to know how to navigate other people and their mindsets. And if you want to crush it in business, you are undoubtedly going to come across sociopaths and narcissists. There is a book and a study that says between 3 to 5% of the general population are sociopaths. And when it comes to business, it's probably even higher than that. So if you don't want to get railroaded, if you don't want to get crushed and absolutely decimated in business, it's important that you recognize the traits of sociopaths and narcissists and you know how to deal with them. So let's get into that. Let me start by talking about why good people often lose in business. It's because they don't have, or I should say we don't, because I consider myself to be a good, moral, ethical, honest person with integrity. We don't realize when we first get into this game what we're dealing with. We're dealing with sociopaths and narcissists that are drawn to business because they like power, they like money, they like success on their terms, and they don't play fair. They don't play fair. They manipulate, they deceive, and they dominate. And moral people, well, we play by the rules, we're honest and ethical. And they'll act moral when it gives them an advantage, but the second that they need to win, they will completely forget all pretenses of being moral. And that's why it's important that if you're a good person, you understand all of this. Because good people assume everyone is going to play fair and play by the rules, and that's why they lose and get crushed, because they don't know how to deal with sociopaths and narcissists, or sometimes they don't even realize that that is who they are competing against. So let's start with the basics. How is it that you spot a sociopath or a narcissist? This will apply specifically to business, but it applies to every area of your life, as you will see. So let's get into these telltale signs. All right, number one, they charm fast, but they lack real substance. They'll try to razzle and dazzle you and sell you a dream, but when you look at it, there's not much substance there. They're trying to get you to like them and hoping that you'll buy into them more than to the product, the service, the opportunity, or whatever business transaction, whether it's a product or service that you are dealing with. They want you to pretty much like them and do business with them purely on them charming you and enticing you to fall for them. I think that's pretty straightforward. So let's move into number two. They gaslight and deflect blame. As you're dealing with them, if something goes wrong, it will never be their fault. In fact, they'll always try to twist it and make it your fault. They never take personal responsibility and they have no faults. If something happens, you made the mistake, you misunderstood, and they are always innocent or will even make themselves the victim and make it seem like when you bring up something that is lacking in them or is incorrect or needs fixing, that you're the problem, not them. That's how they gaslight you and deflect the blame. And now let's go into number three. They fake morality to gain your trust. They will claim that they have some sort of principles or morality or integrity or honesty. That's what they'll say. But observe them. What do they do when they think you're not looking? Or, very interesting, I found this to happen several times in doing business with sociopaths and narcissists, is they will act like they're honest or whatever, but then they'll let slip, because they also have an ego, how they got over on someone else. They're thinking that you won't put two and two together and realize, well, if they screw that other person over, maybe they're trying to or are willing to pull one over on me. Now, I want to be very careful here, folks, but let me be very honest, because this is based on my experience. Sometimes these people will worship with you, go to church with you, say they're Christians, say that they're Orthodox Jews, say that they are great people that go to temple, and they put on this air. They actually put on this persona of being a religious person. But in the end, they will slit your throat and stab you in the back if it puts them on top or makes them $1. Just be careful that you observe what they do, how they act, and how they treat others, and don't put as much importance on what they say. Because this is one area in which they will take advantage of you very, very easily and very, very quickly. They're observing you. If they see you hesitate, if they see you doubt yourself, if they see any form of weakness, they will exploit that to their advantage. Because with sociopaths and narcissists, it's all about power play. And if they spot any sort of weakness, they will use that against you. When I'm done discussing how to spot a narcissist and or sociopath, I will get into how to deal with them. And this is one of the very, very important ones I will give you some guidance on. Number 5, they love control. This one's pretty self-explanatory and easy to discern when you're dealing with these people. They want to have the say in everything. And when it comes to any sort of negotiations, they are looking for not a win-win situation. They're looking for a situation in which they can dominate and come on top. They're not looking for mutual benefit. They're only looking for their benefit. So again, this is how you spot narcissists and or sociopaths when doing business. They're going to try to charm you fast and have you fall in love with them, but you're going to find that they lack real substance. They're going to gaslight you and always deflect blame. Nothing is ever their fault. It's always your fault. They'll fake morality to gain your trust. They'll exploit your weakness, and they will always want to be in control. All right, now that we know how to spot narcissists and or sociopaths, how do we deal with them when we come across them in the world of business? Well, let's start off with number 1. Stay emotionally unshakable. With these types of people, you want to stay cool, calm, and collected. They will play head and emotional games with you to try to get a reaction. Do not let them get under your skin. Do not let them get any sort of reaction from you. Stay confident, stay professional, and if they start acting petty or wacky, do not go to their level. Sometimes they will do outrageous things just to get something out of you. When they try to rile you up, just stay detached. Number 2, never, ever, ever, and if I haven't said it yet, never, ever, ever reveal your weaknesses. They will use this against you. This is one of the prime tools, one of the number one ways that sociopaths and narcissists try to control you and beat you in business. Anything you admit, your fears, your doubts, your personal struggles, they will catalog that and then find a way to use it or manipulate you with that information. Keep it professional. Number 3, set firm boundaries. Never let them talk you into a bad deal, a bad circumstance. Never let them talk you into compromising your principles, your standards, or your morals. Be crystal clear with them. Set your boundaries. Let them know what you will not tolerate. And don't let them get away with crossing those lines that you have set and those boundaries that you have defined. Number 4, use leverage, not morality. Let me define this. You are a good moral person. So you rely on the idea, because it's natural to you, that when you're doing business with someone, that you can trust them, that they will do the right thing, that they will be moral, ethical, honest, or what have you. No, you can't do that with these types of people. You must have leverage over them because they don't play by rules. With sociopaths and narcissists, expect power plays, not fair play. Make sure that there are consequences to their actions that you can hold above their head, whether it's monetary or otherwise, to keep them in line. Don't expect them to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And then last but not least, exit when necessary. Sometimes the best move when they have violated, broken trust, or you just can't do business with them is to simply walk away. You don't win by fighting them in their game. Sometimes you just have to walk away and not play their game at all. So stay emotionally unshakable, never reveal your weaknesses, set firm boundaries, use leverage, not morality, and exit if and when necessary. That is how you deal with narcissists and sociopaths in the world of business. If you found this information helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. I'll be back with more nuggets of business wisdom and other wisdom as we look at all the basic core principles of success in every aspect of life. I'm James. Thanks for being here.